Hello and welcome, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us on this. A guy like Jared Allen, so athletic at the center position. Kenny, how much fun is it to play with a mobile big like Allen is?
Oh, yeah, he can bail you out on both ends of the floor.
He
You
sure
make a bad
can,
pass.
yes.
Oh, he's going to go get it. Oh, your guy beat you to the rim. He's going to go smack it out of there.
So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. Monk is out there with Willis. Then there's P.J. Washington. Then it's Bridges. And it's Hernan Gomez in at center. And looking at the Nets, Brent's out there with Harris. And there's Jared Allen. Then there's Irving. And it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard. He'll be the Nets off the tip. Now Irving. Down low, here's Allen. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
Showing how unselfish he can be. Irving recognizing the importance of keeping his teammates involved.
Irving against Willis. And there's the pass to Monk. Floats one, fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
Hey, if you're going to foul Monk, you need to wrap him up. I mean, when you don't, he finds a way to get the ball in the basket.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. And the Nets with possession here. Last time they came together was in Charlotte, where they fell to the Hornets.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
And sometimes that can be a motivating factor. May very well light a fire under them tonight. Nobody likes to be dominated on the glass like that.
Kenny, these days you need versatile defenders. In your opinion, who does the best job of guarding from point guard to center in the NBA?
Ooh, you got Kawhi, you got AD. I would add Paul George in the mix.
Sure.
I would add Patrick Beverly in the mix. I would add P.J. Tucker, guys who can play multiple defending positions. Avery Bradley, I would add him in there. You notice most of them on the same team, huh?
Yeah, they are.
That's right. Yeah.
5 to shoot. Pulls up on the wing. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Willis has got his second basket. Nets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Irving passes to Allen. Dinwiddie with it. 29 points for him last game against Denver.
Boy, I thought his passing was absolutely fantastic. I mean, really picked apart the defense all game long.
Willis, the pass to Monk. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And early on, they looked great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
Yeah, I mean, they had their chances, competed deep into that game, but had a few lulls there that just kind of took them down.
And, you know, those are the kind of games that sting and that bad taste lingers. Knowing you were in it, but not coming through down the stretch, those are hard to get over sometimes.
Hornets have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. And there are a lot of questions on the best way, guys, to develop talent in the NBA. Kenny, would you restructure youth basketball in the U.S.?
Many fans think that the G League could supplant college hoops. I think I would restructure it in this way, and it has nothing to do with the players. I would just make sure that the coaches are coaches, meaning to get a driver's license, what do you need? You have to learn to drive. To get any kind of thing, you need a license to do it. You don't need a license to be a coach. No, you got to be a licensed to coach my kid.
And not to mention, this is still a business. So I'd rather have the impact of what the college game brings, because now I got a ready-made star coming into our game. You think about when Magic and Bird came in, they were big stars because they have played in the most watched game ever, right?
Absolutely.
There's still a huge advantage to having collegians come into our league.
It's good.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Dinwiddie, and Willis pulls it down. The Hornets on offense. A 14-2 run over the last bit. And then Monk with the dunk.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes a team.
It's the Nets now, following the bucket by the Hornets. Allen kicks to Irving. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Harris outside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Kenny, when you came into the NBA as a rookie, was there a veteran who stepped in to become your mentor?
My first coach, Bill Russell, was a mentor.
Was your mentor?
Yes,
yeah.
yes. You know, which is even funnier, like the former players in North Carolina were my mentors. Because we played
some of those guys?
Michael Jordan, Sam Perkins, Walter Davis.
That's like a Hall of Fame class.
Yeah. I mean, all those guys were still in the league, and they would come back and they would tell stories about what it takes to be in the NBA, how you got to stay there. So those were my mentors.
And you drank in every word.
Oh, every second,
right.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Now, here is Irving. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Shot from 12. And the shot is long.
And with him missing literally everything he's put up today, you can see why the score is what it is.
And then Monk with the dunk.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Here's Llewellyn following the bucket by the Hornets. Pass to Irving. Makes that one after missing his first 6 shot attempts. 1 for 7 and hungry for more.
About time he got one to fall there. Before that, 6 straight misses to start this one.
And Willis gets it to go.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Jordan dishes to Irving. Kenny, you played for a number of coaches in your career. Which players right now do you think, as you take a look at all the players in the league, would maybe make a good head coach in the future?
Well, LeBron would be a great coach. CP3 would be a heck of a coach, probably. CJ McCollum plays a game because there's a guy. I like guys who weren't like the star and then became it, because they understand the guys on the bench, how they feel, as well as the stars. So C.J. McCollum has kind of come up into that.
Well, that's why a lot of great coaches, it's not that they were the best player, but they played on great teams. So they get to see it. I'd throw another name out there, Rajon Rondo.
Rajon Rondo.
What about Greg Anthony?
You know,
No,
he
that's
was
the broadcast booth. No, he'd be, Greg would be great.
He'd be great.
Nah,
I think either of you would be good. Teams deciding to change it up. Fade away. Tried to bank it in, but he missed it.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot to sink.
On the court for Charlotte, Miles Bridges is out there with P.J. Washington. Then there's Monk. Then there's Willis. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the 5. Home in the paint. Hornets leading by 18. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Junior, in his last outing against the Wizards, made some terrific plays. He scored 22 points and played tremendous defense as well, really causing havoc on both ends of the floor. That was just the latest in a string of very productive games for him. We'll see if he can keep this streak going, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks. The aggressiveness, Greg, he showed the other night. We'll see if he can match that intensity here.
I'm a believer. I think he can produce at the same level tonight.
You know, I'm curious, guys, to see whether the defense plays him straight up, plays him honestly, or do they deny him, trap him, whatever they can do to force the ball out of his hands. We'll see.
Tipped away. Stolen by Allen. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket. Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Moment here now for an injury report. Let's check in with David Aldridge for an injury update on Cody Zeller. David.
Well, guys, I had a minute to catch up with the Hornets' head athletic trainer. He is in a lot of pain right now because of what they told me is a dislocated finger. It's unfortunate timing all around for them. Of course, they will need to band together while he's out. We'll see how they respond. Kevin?
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know, Greg, how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
And, you know, for him, just watching his teammates unable to contribute, that's really a helpless feeling.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Kenny, you just look at this roster. Brooklyn full of stars. There have been some very high aspirations for this team, maybe as much as any, in the near future.
Yeah, well, they handed out a pair of max contracts at Irving and Durant.
Right.
And then they still had a solid nucleus and core. They're trying to win titles over the next few seasons.
It's going to be interesting to see if Kevin Durant gets all the way back. There's not a lot of history of guys in their 30s rupturing the Achilles, getting back to that level. Remember, this guy wasn't just a great player. He was an all-time great.
Yeah, the easy hoop assisted by Allen that time. He's developed a nice passing game.
Willis against Irving. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Boykins checked in. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Charlotte. Passes to Irving. That one falls, coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got 4 assists in the game.
Clever at converting in close. Defensively, you don't want to let Irving penetrate this deep.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Nets. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Stellar balance by Irving. Stellar, taking the punishment and working his way through it.
And the Nets making a change here. Jordan's checked in. The Hornets also changing it up. Cody Zeller's checked in for P.J. Washington. Batum comes in for Bridges. And Devontae Graham subbed in for Malik Monk.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
Numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
And Kenny, great to have you on the show as always. You got to come back soon. Promise us you'll come back soon.
I'm coming back next week.
Good.
I am not.
Good.
There's more food down here. It's friendly about here. It's more room, man.
More
I
air.
can't wait to be
You
here.
get a little
More
more
air,
air.
everything, man. Everything's more down here.
And Greg, a lot of fun to be joined by Kenny the Jet, huh? As brilliant as he was on the court, he is just as amazing off it.
And, Kenny has this amazing knack for describing what he sees with such clarity. Rare gift, and I'm glad he could share it with us.
Here's Willis. From outside, off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
It's blocked.
A capable defensive player. That wingspan of Batum's really an asset in blocking shots.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
That really has been the difference. I mean, they've been the better team in transition.
Here now is Dinwiddie. 5 points in the game. Pass to Irving. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got assist number 5 here tonight.
He's starting to find himself out there now. You know, he's taking much better shots here in the second quarter.
On the wing, Batum. Inside, deflects the pass. Willis, the pass to Zeller. Three-pointer, Graham. That one doesn't drop. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Junior in this game, he's been everywhere.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Yeah, he's got that locked-in look in his eyes tonight, and he's not going to start taking it easy. I think he's going to be going hard until that final whistle blows.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Prince. He's out there with Allen. Harris is out there with Irving. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2 spot. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Allen kicks to Irving. Dinwiddie outside.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Here's Washington. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Luwawu is checked in for Joe Harris. And it's Crawford in for Dinwiddie. Biyombo is checked in for the Hornets. Rozier comes in for Monk. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile 1 block we just saw on replay.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
Set it up, set it up.
Allen finds Prince. Goes back up. It's blocked, but they'll get another chance. Shot clock at 6. Luwawu, the pass to Irving. Brooklyn now working with a new shot clock. Basket good. Allen's got 11.
Well, I tell you, this guy just does not quit on the boards. His energy is contagious, especially on the offensive glass.
There's the double team with Allen. Back to Biyombo. The pass to Rozier. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And the Hornets with possession here. Crawford passes to Irving. Sinks the three-pointer. Irving's got 22 points.
As dead-eye and outside shooter that we have in the league, Irving has the ability to scorch you from there.
Pass to Rozier. To the paint. And the layup's good off the glass. And that's now 7 points for Miles Bridges.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
Irving passes to Crawford. Off target with his 3. For Charlotte, they've gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. Got that bucket in no time at all. Rozier's got his second bucket of the game to go.
No hesitation at all on the catch and shoot. Rozier knows his time is tight, and he lets it fly.
And that one's good, Irving.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Yeah, they've had a great second half from long range. I mean, things are definitely starting to look up for him.
Rozier kicks to Willis. And Irving comes to help. Floats one up. Another possession. Another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Now a timeout call by Brooklyn.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
And they've made the long range look like a layup at times in this one, guys.
They've consistently drilled the mid-range jumper tonight as well, which has forced the D to come out on them.
And with the frequency of three-point shots skyrocketing, Greg, does the drastic change concern you? And should something be done to lessen the dependence these teams have on three?
It's crazy. I mean, we're starting to see teams take more threes than twos. You know, some have said maybe limit fouls on three-pointers to only 2 free throws. That might eliminate some of the flopping on those long-range attempts, but I really feel like this is the evolution of the game, and that 3 is going to be vital.
Setting the floor for the Hornets. Willis is out there with Martin, and there's Bismack Biyombo, and it's Martin in at the 3, the small forward.
Good, solid execution inside. That's exactly the look you want.
And it's Harris with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Here's Dinwiddie. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And that's his second triple of the half. None for him going into the break.
Charlotte has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Willis, no good. The Nets have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Dinwiddie's shot is off. For Charlotte, they've gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Here's Martin, and another assist. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
Keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammate.
Here's Dinwiddie, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And last season, we saw the NBA All-Star Game introduce the Elam ending, a target score, Greg, to end the game, and instead of running out the clock. Did you like that, and would you widen its use?
No question, it's being looked at maybe for overtimes or tournament games. You know, Adam not shy about exploring new ideas. And I got to be honest, going into the All-Star game, I wasn't a fan of the proposed changes.
Me too.
But once you saw it all play out, I have to say I was entertained. And I applaud the commissioner and the players in the league for buying in. And I think the fan experience was made all the more better.
Good point. Passes it to Johnson. Here's Claxton over in the corner. Kurucs. Dinwiddie outside. Nailed from three-point land. Dinwiddie's got 17 now, just in the second half. Dinwiddie against Willis. Jacks up a 3. Good for the basket. Number 9. He's only missed 2 shots from the floor all night.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
To the middle. Pass to Kurucs. He kicks to Dinwiddie. From deep. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Yeah, he's owning them on the offensive end, but, you know, he can't do it by himself.
Charlotte calls timeout. And some changes here for the Hornets. Bridges, he's checked in for Martin, and Monks subbed in for Martin. Charlotte has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Harris on the double team. Here's Bridges, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
One shot. Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
P.J. Washington, he's checked in for Bismack Biyombo. Irving for 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Here's Irving. Here's Allen, and then Allen slams it in.
Allen's got some old-school big man in him. He's got great hands and mobility and does a good job finishing above the rim.
Here's Willis. And a miss there on the triple.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Allen's shot is off.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
There's the double team with Allen. Here's Washington. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You know, for a young fella, P.J. Washington is starting to show some real skill as a trash talker. I mean, he said back in high school, some people are not mentally strong. So I try to get in their heads a little bit, and so far it seems to be working.
And having a mature understanding of the game, Washington exploits any weakness he can find.
Greg, I like that word mature because that's the type of game he has. He's very aware, reads the floor and situations well, and then he executes. He's got a lot of polish and refinement in his game, and he's a value utility guy who can make plays that help you win.
Here's Bridges. A floater and another assist for him. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
Just doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
Now here's Johnson. There's the pass to Boykins. Lets it fly. And it's Karuch missing.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
It's Martin on the wing. Here's Willis. Up and in. That's his 10th make in the contest. He has only taken 13 shots.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
Oh, such a field shot there. The floater.
Charlotte's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the third quarter. It's Martin on the wing. Now Dedmon. Here's Willis. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Here's Johnson. And the shot goes in. Johnson's got 4 points in the quarter.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
To the inside, Dedmon. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Jared Allen. Around the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oof. Well,
Wow.
I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's
that is.
got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yep, I'm going to agree with you.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Charlotte.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
And they will walk out of here feeling really good about themselves today, guys. A big win over a conference foe they'd split their previous 2 games with.
They've got one more game left against them, and there's no doubt they'll use this as a jumping off point to take another game off them later in the year. At least that's the plan.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Junior.
Well, you have to marvel at how well he picked apart that defense repeatedly. Found the right guy in the right spot at the right time.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
9 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Willis with it. So no problem for Charlotte as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. So long.